What's up, everybody? Welcome inside fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel. I'm FI founder and CEO Ryan Buckeye. Thanks for stopping by to check out a 100% honest, no bullshit review of Blackstone Labs Hype Nitric Oxide Booster. We have reviewed Hype Extreme here before at Fitness Informant, so we were excited to try the Hype version. When they dropped the Extreme, right away we had to think, well, what makes it different from the Extreme version? Well, we'll tell you about it here today when we talk about this product on 5 different categories. First, we're going to talk about the ingredient profile, the deck on this, how it's dosed and what it's meant to do. Second, we're going to talk about the effectiveness. Third, we're going to talk to you guys about the taste. Fourth, mixability. And then finally, the value of this product. Is this product worth the price tag in which is put on it? So first off, Blackstone Labs Hype starts with 2 grams of citrulline malate to 1. Those of you who know anything about citrulline malate, what it does is it actually improves blood flow into the muscles, but you need an optimal amount to do that. You need a minimum of 3 grams of citrulline. So when you have citrulline malate, you're getting 2 parts of citrulline to 1 part malic acid. So you want at least 6 grams of citrulline in a full clinical dosage. That would then get you roughly, 5 will get you close to, like 5.5 is going to get you close to 3 grams. Most people will give you 6 grams of citrulline malate because that means you're getting 4 grams of citrulline to 2 grams of malic acid. At 2 grams of 2,1 citrulline malate really is nothing. It's not really going to do much. Now, most of your pre-workouts probably have it, but the addition, the little addition that you're going to get here of the 1.25 or whatever it is grams of citrulline is not really going to do a whole lot to help improve blood flow more so than your pre-workout probably already is doing. Unless you're taking a pre-workout, unless you're taking, say, their Dust X, which has 4 grams of citrulline malate, this extra 2 grams is going to get you to that 6 grams of citrulline malate that you need. Then you have glycerol monostrates at 1 gram. So glycerol, what this does, it essentially makes your muscles into a sponge and absorbs the liquid into it to allow to get that pump. I actually prefer to see this at a minimum of 2 grams, if not 3 grams. So at 1 gram of glycerol monostrate, I would like to see this much higher as well. Agmatine sulfate at 750 milligrams. This allows your body to produce more nitric oxide within your system. This is close to the acceptable dosage. I typically see this dosed around 1 gram. I have seen it dosed at 750 milligrams before. Again, I think this is a little underdosed, especially in a pump product. You should be giving us the full amount that we deserve, and that would be 1 gram. Fourth, you get Icarine horny goat weed extract, standardized to 20% Icarine at 150 milligrams. So, what does this do? It actually smoothens the walls of the arteries, allowing blood flow to smoothly go through your arteries quicker back to where you need to be, into your muscles. But 20% is the biggest thing. So you got to take 20% and multiply that by 150. That gets you 30 milligrams of Icarine. Now the acceptable dosage of this is actually 60 milligrams. So we're coming in at 50% less than what we actually need for this to help benefit us in any way. Lastly, we get L-Norvaline at 100 milligrams. L-Norvaline, what that does is there's basically a switch in your body that shuts off nitric oxide production. Norvaline sits there and holds the switch on. It doesn't allow the switch to come off. It allows your body to keep producing nitric oxide. The acceptable dosage of Norvaline is anywhere from 100 to 300 milligrams. So we're in range. We're just in the low range. So what's the big difference between this and Hype Extreme? Hype Extreme is a much better product. It really is in terms of dosage. Hype Extreme also gives you alpha GPC, uses better dosages. So right off the bat, Hype Extreme to me is a much better pump product than this. Actually, I would need to take at least 2 scoops of this to get a benefit from it, which then would take the 30 servings down to 15. So in terms of effectiveness at 1 scoop, really nothing. I mean, it's really hard to get an effectiveness on a product in which the dosages are just this minimum. You take 2 of these, now you're getting 4 grams of citrulline, you're getting 2 grams of glycerol, you're getting 1.5 grams of agmatine sulfate, then you're getting your 60 milligrams of Icarine, and then you're getting 200 milligrams of Norvaline. That would be more acceptable and more of a pump product in my opinion. So, profile, ingredient deck could use some work. Effectiveness, underwhelming unless you take 2 scoops. In terms of flavor, this one was orange, and I was actually kind of shocked to see Blackstone have an orange product. They have pineapple mango, they have, I believe, a cotton candy. Orange fits with it, right? Orange is citrus. It's like you would imagine with pineapple. And it was really good. It mixed really well with your pre-workouts, depending on what flavor you had. It didn't impact the flavor too much, which was a good thing that I thought. So what I want to do here is I want to actually mix this up for you guys on camera so you can see the mixability. Because the serving size on this is 5 grams. Not a huge serving size, which is to be expected in a pump, unless you're getting clinical dosage. If you get 6 grams of citrulline malate, you know, the actual acceptable dosage of citrulline, it's actually more than this whole serving size. So that's just something to keep in mind. A couple shakes of the shaker cup, 6 to 8 ounces of water, not even. And then you can pour it out. You're going to see it has that orange color to it that you'd expect because it's an orange flavor. Some people actually have some clear stuff. Looking in here, there are some particles floating on top. You know, it didn't mix extremely well with those couple of shakes. But again, I think this is actually a really good tasting orange. I love orange. They did a really good job on the orange flavor. So taste is good. Mixability is not bad. It could be better, especially for a 5-gram serving size, but it's acceptable. So taste, mixability are acceptable. Profile, ingredients, and effectiveness are not acceptable. In terms of value, this is 30 servings for about $33, maybe give or take a couple dollars here or there on either side. Again, I said for this to be effective, you really need 2 scoops, which means it's a 15 serving container for 33 bucks. I think you can put your money elsewhere and look for something else. Now, with that said, I know there are pump products out there at 20 servings at 40 bucks, but they're giving you clinical dosages and massive amounts of these things, right? Even at 2 servings of this, you're still not getting the clinical doses of citrulline. You're still not necessarily where you want to be on glycerol. So with that said, I think there are better pump products out there. I would actually look at our other pump products right here at our fitnessinformant.com YouTube page or fitnessinformant.com page and see what else is out there. If you are a beginner into pump supplements and you want to try this, by all means, knock yourself out. Look below for a coupon code to hopefully save you a few dollars to make this a little bit more reasonable for what it is. Subscribe to all of our Facebook pages, subscribe to our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Subscribe right here to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button below. Stay up to date with all the Blackstone Labs reviews, more reviews in the pump category and across the plethora of categories in the sports nutrition world. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, and right here on YouTube. And for all written reviews and more news, check out our official website, also featuring huge supplement deals, fitnessinformant.com.